Can you ask them if they are seeing Prabhuji?
Okay.
Start.
Are they able to see? Yeah. Oh, link भेज देता हूँ मैं तेरे को भी भेज देता हूँ.
Sit down. Harmony one night better to go. Put all the way. Go like this. Prabhu, मैं आप बैग सकर दिस कर लेने मेरे. మనం అక్కడ అక్కడ కదా అక్కడ
Project this way.
అక్కడ సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి పెడతా
I've asked them.
What did they say?
He's checking.
मैं तेरी भेज रही हूँ मैं WhatsApp पे भेज रही हूँ
Okay, I got it.
मैंने WhatsApp पे भेज रही हूँ WhatsApp
Shanku. Mother, start. More than 7:30. Let's go. Start.
हाँ इस पे आईफोन चले मैं लैपटॉप ट्राई करना पड़ेगा तो भी फ्लैश प्लेयर मांग रहे हैं अच्छा
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Kiva Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Adhari Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Krishna
नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस त्रिराजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतासी डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस त्रिराजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतासी डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन नाथ जी की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मई की जय। यमुना मई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। बृहद ट्रांसफर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। नित्याय घोर प्रेमानंद। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबली वुड श्री कृष्ण। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबली वुड श्री कृष्ण। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबली वुड श्री कृष्ण। ऑल ग्लोरीज ऑल श्री गुरु एंड गौरंगा।
अनुभव आता जी
स्टार्ट करो। Thank you. Some Prabhus can come and sit here. So that we have more room here.
If somebody wants to come here,
Yeah, closer here.
Slide up.
Yeah. Where are we projecting the slide there?
over there, yeah.
So we have to turn around this way, right?
okay.
Yeah. That's all.
Should I take this photo?
Okay, we'll let it. That's all right. That's all right. That's fine. Okay.
I think that is the best one.
Can you get that up?
Yeah.
I could have after the I paid it.
Prabhuji, that is the best of all because
Yeah, but it's not good place for me to.
Oh, really? Where you want to, Prabhuji? Where you want to be then? Maybe, Prabhuji, we can change it right now.
Okay, right?
No, we can change it right now, Prabhuji. We can change it right now. Yeah, that is right. Oh, okay. Prabhuji, if it will take a minute, if you want to change it, let's change it. Then,
Where Dinesh Prabhu is there, that's the right place.
Oh, then come over there, Prabhuji. Then it will take a minute. Let's go over there then.
Because I need to see their face.
Yeah. That's right. It will take a second. Then.
There's a power point.
Yeah. Everywhere. Take it out.
Okay, the particle will jump. Electricity is take this. This I'll take with this. Take it up. Put it there.
Will that be okay? Yeah, that's okay, yeah, sure. 1 second, the power cord, I will give the Ajay.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
1 second, I'll connect it to power supply.
You know they have rabies.
YouTube.
No, light full.
With the projector?
Yeah,
You need to turn it down for the projector.
Baby puppy that I never got rid
Bro,
of.
उधर power supply में लगेगा क्या? Yeah, take it out.
I didn't get rabies ever.
You only get rabies if they bite you.
Nice. Thank you for
Yeah, I
coming.
didn't bite you.
I like to put
Okay. So, sorry? Okay, so before Hare Krishna, so thanks for coming. I know it's very bad weather outside, so still you made it. So you have a special gift from Krishna. All of you. Okay, thank you. Let's start, okay? While that is setting up, we'll start with invocation prayers. Those prayers are not in this. Babu, you have Bhagavad Gita books? Can you give it to them? Why don't you distribute Bhagavad Gita books?
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's okay.
I like it, it's good.
Like which one? Quick. People know who doesn't. Give to new people. New devotees so that they can.
I never did
You bravely came.
Last 2 weeks we missed and we were like, we have to go.
Okay. See, that's what when. Thank you.
Some people can sit on the sofa also.
Yes.
Some people can sit on the easily on the sofa also. Some people go on the sofa. If you want to sit on the sofa, you can go over there also. Go on the sofa easily.
Then move to here, then move to
Which one it is? What is it? What are we going to read now?
Hello? Chapter 25. Chapter 90 minutes.
Oh, अच्छा इधर
అనిపించిందా?
Keep going.
డోర్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నారు. There? That's fine. That's fine. This is nice.
I don't like people talking.
Which sloka? The sloka this week is Prabhuji. First invocation prayers పెట్టండి. Om Ajnanatim Vedasya.
तुम तो उधर ही रही हो. Be there. I can start maybe there. That's one second. Yeah.
Okay, so let us start now. Hold all of your hands, please. Okay, kids, I don't want to hear any noise. Okay, period. No noise. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi सरस्वती व्यासं
देवी सरस्वती व्यासं
ततो जयं मुदीरयत्
ततो जयं मुदीरयत्
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवता सेवया
नित्यं भागवता सेवया
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
ईश्वरा परमकृष्ण
ईश्वरा परमकृष्ण
सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह
सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द
सर्वकारणकारणं
सर्वकारणकारणं
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकीनन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः.
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः.
Again, thank you for all of you for coming in this weather conditions. Bravely you made, okay? So you have special blessings from Lord Sri Krishna. So that's granted, okay? So I see a lot of new faces today. So we want to introduce new just with names, and that would be great so that everybody knows each other.
My name is Manisha. Manisha Jain.
Nisha Jain. Haribo. Mataji.
My name is Nilima Dinna.
Okay. Prabhuji.
My name is Sandeep Tandon. I live in Addison.
Additional. Who else is new today?
My name is Sanjay Jain.
Sanjay Jain. I went to their place last week to watch cricket match.
Yeah.
And they won the match. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, next. Oh, Prabhuji.
My name is Shastri Durvasla.
That is Durvasla. And he works in the same Verizon Wireless, right? Yeah.
Okay, very
That's very nice. Thank you for coming. All the new devotees, thanks for coming. And also old devotees also thanks for coming. So, and I want to introduce the new devotees. Ajay Prabhu's brother and his wife. And they are 100% Krishna consciousness for last how many years, Prabhu?
Just a few years.
Few years, and is very strict on everything. So he chants and he follows all Krishna conscious principles, and we're fortunate to have you here today. And if you remember that we have the calendars in our houses, right? From Delhi ISKCON. This is a Prabhu bought last year. Right, you got it. So what you got, right? Exactly. So thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
So yeah. So now you are trapped here for 2 hours, okay? So
First it was tilted.
it's 8 o'clock until 10 we will go through. So what I thought was, when I thought of touching on the basic fundamentals today on Krishna consciousness, because if you know these things, but it's better to hear Krishna Katha every day, right? Bhagavatam explains that Srunutam Sata Krishna Punyasravana Kirtanam Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidinoti srunsvatam, means that even if you hear Krishna Katha every day, consistently same story, you didn't get bored. Why? Because Krishna is transcendental. Krishna is transcendental. His sound vibrations are transcendental. And Krishna's, when you hear Krishna's stories, Hridyantasto hi abhadrani. Abhadrani means inauspiciousness when the heart is removed when you hear about Krishna. Same Sudama story, same Gopi story, if you hear every day consistently also, you didn't get bored. Why? Because Krishna's sound vibrations are transcendental. When I say transcendental means beyond these 3 modes of material nature. Because we are all trapped in these 3 modes of material. What are the 3 modes of material nature? Mode of passion, ignorance and goodness. So when living entity takes birth in this material world, what happens is we come in contact with the material nature, because originally we are all pure spirit souls. We are all pure spirit souls. For example, I want to give, who are you? For example, you are, I forgot your name, Prabhuji.
Sandeep.
Sandeep. And that is a name given to you. So is that Sandeep name is given to this body or this soul? Body. And the soul is different from body. Right? If that is the case, are we living on the bodily platform or soul platform? We are all living, we are the bodies, right? We think we are the bodies. We try to do so many decorations to this body, blah blah blah, thinking we are the bodies. But in fact, we are the spirit, soul, part and parcel of Sri Krishna. We are all living it. For example, for new people, I want to give some definitions to understand who you are. For the devotees, it's a common expression. Same things I repeat. So now you know, same thing you can give classes to. So, for example, how do you distinguish whether you are a body or soul? I give a small example, very very easy example. You want to give example, Ajay Prabhu? Oh.
The body goes, remember that?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. I'll give very famous example, flight example. Okay, I want to understand who are you, body or the soul. Very simple example, very easily understandable, right? For example, you buy a ticket from here to London, or you are going to watch cricket match. Where is that happening in? Australia. You go to Australia, you buy a ticket, or I buy a ticket, right? So when how much you pay? Maybe $700 or $600, doesn't matter, right? Because it's cricket match, so it's expensive probably because a lot of people going there, right? So you pay X amount of dollars. When we go there, I reserve, whatever class, and I go there, and something happens to me. What is the swine flu? What is that in India now? Swine flu. Assume that I get swine flu, and I leave body, for example. Okay. Then what happens when I die there? Can I come in the same seat back again? No. The reserve which I ticket reserve, can I come in the same ticket back again? No. Right? But my people want to see my body. What they do? They send my body in some cargo or somewhere. They tightly pack it as whatever you call. They send it, right? So just think about this one. Meditate on this one. Think for 1 second. So the money I paid for the ticket. To whom did I pay for the money? Did I pay for this body or the soul? If I had paid money for the body should come in the same seat. But body is not coming in the same seat. So the ticket you paid $700 for what?
No, for the body.
For the
body.
Then why body is not coming in the same seat?
Something is missing. Soul is missing. Soul is missing. His soul.
Soul is missing. But if the soul is missing, so you're not able to come in the same body. So if you just analyze more and more on that one, that gives you an impression that we are not these bodies. We are the soul. The money you paid is for the soul, not for the body. If you paid for the body should come in the same seat. It takes a while to digest, but think about this one, okay?
So I think the soul and body has to be in the body.
Right.
So they both has to be together.
Right.
Ticket.
Right. But soul can exist independently, but not the body.
Right. But soul nobody can see, so it cannot come by itself.
That's a problem.
So
We are not
we need
able
the
to.
body.
That is the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem in this world. We are not able to see the soul. That's why we act on the bodily platform. We think we are the bodies. But in fact, we are not the body. We are the spirit soul. We are the spirit souls. We are depending on because we are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. All living entities are part and parcel of Krishna. And that spirit soul, what you have. For example, we are living bodies. What is the difference between living body and dead body? Absence of the soul. Once soul is gone, we can't even keep body for 2 days in the house. We have to remove the body. So the consciousness within the body is caused by because of the soul. When the soul is gone. In that case, if the soul is part and parcel of Supreme Lord, what are the characteristics of the soul?
First, I'm not getting this. Soul is the part of Lord Krishna.
Yes.
How you can say that soul is part of Lord Krishna?
Because the characteristics of the soul are Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. All spirit souls by nature are very happy. Sat means eternal. They live eternal. For example, if you take Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter 13th shloka, it says, what is that? Dehino asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavaranjara tata dehantara prapti dhirastra namiyati. it says, and there is basically, you know the shloka, right?
Yeah.
What's the meaning of that? Can you?
I don't know the meaning.
Oh. So it says the embodied soul, which is trapped in the body, what happens is it goes to childhood, youth, middle age, old age, death, again comes back to the body. Okay, so at that point what's happening is body is transmigrating, the soul is transmigrating from one soul to one body to other body. So the soul doesn't have a death, only body has a death. Soul is eternal. Eternal means it lives forever. Krishna says in second chapter, there was no time whether you exist or whether I exist or you exist. We all exist since time immemorial. This soul has no death. It has to go to bodies after bodies after bodies. Transmigration of the soul. So this spirit soul which is there,
So it will never die?
it will never die. That's the beauty of, that's what Bhagavad Gita, whole Bhagavad Gita says. Soul has no death because it is parts and parcel of Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord never dies and soul never dies. Sat, Chit.
What happens at the end? Like if soul is always there,
I
then
think very good. You are asking very good questions. So we'll go through. You are a candidate for this Krishna consciousness actually. Very good. Sat Chit Ananda, right? Sat means eternality. Eternality means no death. God, Supreme God never dies, and the part and parcel coming from Krishna also never dies. A soul which is part and parcel of Krishna, that never dies. Okay, that's one thing. Sat. Chit means knowledge. Krishna is all knowledgeable, and this soul also has a knowledge. Soul has a knowledge of previous lifetimes, all the lifetimes. Soul has a knowledge about that one. And Ananda is blissful. Soul by nature is blissful. Why? Because Supreme Lord is blissful. Because you are part and parcel of Krishna, Supreme Lord, you are blissful. So soul never dies. It only transmigrates. But you can determine where you want to go after this body is. There's a whole philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. That's what he's explaining to Arjuna. Because when Arjuna was called on the battlefield, Arjuna did so many tapasya, so many meditation, so many did to kill his cousin brothers, Duryodhana and other party, right? But after that, he went to Lord Indra to get different weapons to kill his brothers, all those things. But when he came to battlefield to fight, when he has seen all his kith and kin in the war, then he said, Krishna, I am not going to fight. I am scared to fight. Why? Because I am going to kill my own kith and kin. See, before that he did so many tapasyas to kill, but when he came to that point in the, if you look at the war field, then he has seen all, oh my gosh, what I am going to do, what I was planning before, why I have to kill them. Then he says, I don't want to fight. Then 2.2 chapter 7th sloka says Karpanya dosho bhada svabhava. He says that at 2.7 sloka, he says, and Arjuna, Krishna, I am totally confused. I don't want to fight this war and leave me alone. I want to run away from this battlefield. I want to beg and leave on that one, but I don't want any of this place. Then Krishna, at that point, he becomes a guru for Arjuna. Until that point, they are good friends. Then he becomes a guru. Then he gives real knowledge. He says that, Arjuna, you are thinking on the bodily platform. On the bodily platform. All these people are already dead in my vision. Nobody is living. So, fight war for me, on behalf of me. Then you don't incur any sin. And all your kith and kin, everything, everybody is already dead in my view. So, here Arjuna was just like you and me. They don't know what this was. He is talking on the bodily platform. But when Krishna came Guru, he gave a knowledge that you are not this. Don't think on the bodily platform. They are spirit souls. Even if you kill this body, the soul is going to be there. Soul is going to go to next body. That is what Krishna consciousness is. Basically what we teach is how we can liberate this soul from this cycle of birth and death. That's whole Bhagavad Gita.
Courage to kill the body, which is not good either, right?
Because body kills but soul doesn't die. Soul goes to next body. Body has no value.
No, that time it is required, like Kurukshetra.
Yeah, right. Because Kshatriya Dharma, he is on the war. For example, the Dharma of Kshatriya is what? They have to protect the country. Because Duryodhana and party were there, they're not ruling the country properly. They are going what? Adharma against. In that case, Krishna has to step in, says Duryodhana, stop it. That's not the way you have to rule the country. Then he has to, see, Krishna says, Saparitranaya sadhunam, vinashaya dushkrutam, dharma samsthapanadaya, sambhavami yuge yuge. He comes to annihilate miscreants and save his devotees. And Duryodhana and party, they never recognize Krishna as a supreme God. But whereas Pandavas, they went through so many problems, but still Krishna, they are with Krishna, they see Krishna as a Bhagavan. So your question is, soul never dies. Soul has no death. I think if you go to second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, if you read, then there is lot of characteristics. They give the characteristics of the soul. Najayate miteva kadachin, mean the soul cannot be cut into pieces. Soul cannot burn into fire. So it doesn't have, it is basically has no death. But in that case, if it has no death, what would be the destination of the soul? Yeah. It naturally comes, right? The destination of the soul is to serve the super soul. That is what basically this class is basically, we are all talking at the bodily platform, but what is the characteristics of the soul? What does soul do? Right? Soul is part and parcel of Supreme Lord. The basic dharma of the soul is to serve the super soul. That is the basic. For example, I'll give you the natural, what is the property of the water? Physics. It is liquidity, is the property of water, right? And if you take the imli, what is the character of imli? Sour. In the same way, every object has a properties. Same way, soul, what are the properties of the soul?
Never dies.
It has its, what is it?
I said it never dies.
It never dies, that's a property. But the basic intrinsic property of the soul is to serve the super soul. If that is not performed, if you do anything else, it's a waste of time without serving the Supreme Lord. That is the basic characteristics of the soul, is to serve the super soul, because you are part and parcel of the Supreme Soul. Super soul.
So basically it's a path to go to Supreme
Lord. There what's happening is, at that point, that is not end of the soul basically. So soul has final destination is to reach out to Supreme Lord. When you go there, when you serve him, that is your constitutional position. For example, meaning of constitutional position is that, for example, as a mother, constitutional position is to serve his children without expecting anything from them. Right? Same way, the constitutional position of the soul is to serve the super soul, and that in that position, the super soul is very happy. It doesn't need anything. That's why it's called Satchitananda. That's why we take this devotional service, because before you came, we are doing Arati, right? What we are doing is, we are trying to connect our consciousness with the Supreme Lord. And that position, when you go to temple, suddenly you feel peaceful, right? What's happening? Why don't you feel same thing in municipality Kachradaba if you go there? Why don't you feel the same feeling? When you go to temple, you feel, oh my gosh, I'm so peaceful here. If you go to some temples, you feel so happy. Why? Because your inner soul is feeling that experience.
because of the environment.
Environment. Right. Environment creates a lot of it. So what we are teaching here is, create that environment every day in the house and be in that mood to serving the Supreme Lord by reading scriptures, because now we all take births with different backgrounds, different backgrounds and different cultures, different ethnicity, all these things. But all are spirit souls. We are all parts and parcel of Lord Supreme Lord. And property of all the souls is to serve the super soul. That's the only business. The human form of life is meant for self-realization. What is self-realization? To realize who you are, who is the Supreme Lord, and how to serve him. If that is taken care of, all your existence becomes successful. If that is not done, if the basic, for example, as a mother, if you don't serve your husband and children, if you do anything else, doesn't matter, nobody cares, right? First say, you are not even taking care of your family, you're going and doing something else. In the same way, the characteristics of the soul is to serve the super soul. If that is not done, you do any activity is a waste of time. That's said in Bhagavad Gita.
What super soul has done, so we like to serve him, like what he has
Exactly.
done.
Very good point. Super soul is, in this case we call Lord Sri Krishna or Bhagavan. He is the owner of all this creation. He is the one who is creating all these universals and everything. Okay? And you are part and parcel of him. You have to serve him to be in the happy situation, and your final destination is when you serve him, you'll be happy. You have no desires at that point, just serving him continuously, and then you don't get any more bodies, or you don't get any activity after that one. That's your final destination. You'll be there infinite years with Supreme Lord. That is what we are looking for, the ultimate destination. And what is that situation? Krishna says in 8th chapter, Abrahma bhavana loka praravartano arjuna mamupechadu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. He says that starting from Brahma loka, because it's a planetary system, right? We have 7 lokas up, 7 lokas down, and this is not a myth I am talking, it's a science. It is given in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Upper planetary system, as you go, Tapoloka, Brahmaloka, the topmost planet is Brahmaloka, right? And even Brahmaloka all the way to the Patala Loka, everybody has to die. There are 4 problems, right? Birth, old age, disease, and death. Can anybody escape these 4 problems? Old age,
No,
birth, death, and disease. Nobody can escape this. And other one is eating, sleeping, mating, producing children, and defending. These 4 are common across all the human beings. So if you, for example, science is trying so strongly to invent medicines to not to become old. People want to look very young. Is it happening that are we getting old every day by day or no? We are getting old. So nobody can escape. These are the 4 universal problems: old age, birth, disease, death. You find medicine for these 4 things, then we have solved everything. But without those problems, we are solving everything else but these 4. Why? Because these 4 are not in our hand. Then what is that something which is controlling these 4? Because it is human atato brahma jignasa. Human form has the inquirables. Why? What is this life? Where my date of birth is so and so year. Where I was before? Where I am going to go after this death? Right? These are simple questions because scientists don't answer these questions. But these questions are very simple. Okay, I was 40 years old now. Before 40 years, where I was? My birthday was 1970, 75. Before 75, where I was? Where I came from? This. Where I am going to go after death? And as per the Bhagavatam, we have 8.4 million species of lives. 8.4 million species of life. We have 84 lakh jivaras. All this universe. 84 lakhs. 8.4 million species. And out of 8.4 million species, you see, these are not, I am quoting from my knowledge. I don't have any knowledge. I am just reading scriptures. From scriptures I am quoting this all information. 8.4. Vishnu Purana explains, repeat after me. Jalaja Navalakshani Stavaraha Lakshavimshati Krimaya Rudra Sankyaha Pakshinam Dasalakshanam Trimshat Lakshani Pachuvaha Chatur Lakshani Manava. If you count all these things, that comes to 8.4 million species of lives we have on this planet. Out of 8.4 million species, only human has a higher thinking capacity. And animals cannot think. Right? And what that higher thinking capacity, Atato Brahma Jignasa, means, Ataha means, I have taken so many lifetimes. I was a cat, I was a dog, I was a blah, I was a cow, everything. Ataha. Now, Brahma means higher Supreme Lord. Jignasa means inquire. Inquire about Supreme Higher. I am taking this birth after birth. What is the end for this life cycle? We keep on doing. Okay, now we are a human being, we are in America, we got green card, we are assured we are going to stay here forever. All H1 problems are gone, everything is solved now. But is that the end of it? No. Whether you are in India here, you have to die. When the time comes, all have to leave this place. No, please stop, let me settle on my 401k plan, let me take care of my bank balance. Nobody listens to you. When the time comes, You have to leave this place. What this Apple chairman, that guy? Steve Jobs. If God has given time for him to live, he could have chosen to live for 10,000 years, the money he has. Did he stop his death? At the age of 50 to 53, he has to live. Right? So when the time comes, we have to all live. But Atata Brahma Jignasa, the main purpose of human life is self-realization. That's the only purpose of this human life. Who I am, where I came from, where I want to go to. If you inquire that one, the question of karma philosophy comes into picture. Karma, right? Krishna talks in third chapter. We are actually in our class. We are talking third chapter. Every Saturday we have program. Third chapter. Yajnata karma lokoyam karma bandhana. Anything in this world we perform, if we don't involve Supreme Lord in the activities, we are binding reactions what we are doing. Any action you do in this world that binds you back, whether you do good or bad. And what happens is, when you do good things, you have to take birth again to reap the benefits of good. If you do bad, you take birth again, take the negative effect of the bad. But this keeps on going. I might have taken million lifetimes before. Now I am here. I am going to die again. So this keeps on going, back and forth. And some people ask, what's the problem taking this one? What's the problem? I am a human being. Next I'll be a dog. I'll be a cat. I'll have a cat wife, have cat kids, dog wife, dog kids. Okay, pig wife, piglets. We have all these things. But what is the use of this thing? So the use is, you have to self-realize, I am part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. My eternal duty is to serve Him, and I can break this birth-life cycle. So I am eternally situated in the service of the Supreme Lord. That is your constitutional position. We are forgetting that constitutional position. We are serving everything but Supreme Lord. That's a problem in this world. And sometimes if you go to some countries like Ethiopia, or some other countries like Somalia, you see people dying with hunger deaths. If you ask them, do you like this life? They say, no, I don't want any more life, because they don't have food to eat. People, if you come to America, they have problem with overeating. Obesity is the number one problem in America. Is that right? So if you go and ask people in Somalia, they say, I don't want this, but God me please take away. In India is why called Punya Bhumi India, because we have little poverty that's good for the spiritual progress. Right? If you go to Somalia, they say, I want to die because I cannot bear this pain. Since we are not seeing that pain, we don't see the necessity of the God. And see, we think God is only a business partner. When you have problems, we go to temple and we do some puja, nariyal puja, we think only do a business with the God. But our original nature is to serve the Lord. This whole human form is meant for self-realization, period. If you are doing other than that, anything is waste of time.
Understand this part, self-realization, but I'm still not getting why we have to serve Lord. What He has done, something different, what we haven't done so far. Why should I pray to Him, and why should I think like He is the one? I should become like Him.
You will never become like Him. Only we try to serve Him. Okay, it's a good question. So your question is, why God is so great? Why have to serve Him? Is that right?
Yeah, kind of.
Is that
what
right?
He has done actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, you are you're non-separate from God. You are part and parcel of God. That you are forgetting, because the spirit soul within you is part and parcel of Him. Actually, you have same characteristic like God has. For example, God never dies, and nobody wants to die in this room, right? We all want to live as much as we can, 100 years, 100 plus, 120, even though that's fine with me. Where you are getting that desire to live for long? Because God has the same characteristics like living forever, same desire coming from God to you. That's why you have those characteristics. So you are not different from God. You are part and parcel of God. Then the question is, why you have to serve Him?
Yeah.
Right? Anybody has a question here? Answer?
The whole body and the hand.
For example, yeah, that's good. Okay. For example, your body is there. For example, your hands thinks, I am independent. I don't want to serve. I don't want to put food in the mouth. Hand thinks that way. Then legs thinks, no, I am independent. I don't want to walk anywhere. I have a mind. Okay, let me sit. I don't want to walk. And your eyes thinks, okay, I don't want to see anything. You close. And nobody wants to serve anything. Then what happens to the body? Is going to collapse. Right? Is that true? Same way, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Right? We all have to serve him. Then you feel the happiness. Because the purpose of the part is to serve the whole. For example, hand has to serve the body to put more food in the mouth. If hand doesn't do that, you won't get the food.
And hand also.
And hand cannot live independently by itself. When the food goes in, it gets energy from here, then hand survives. In the same way, when you serve Supreme Lord, it's as if you are putting water under the tree near the root, and that root nourishes all the branches of the tree.
I think the other way to explain this is that like our brain is controlling our body. So our brain is the master. When we have got this body, our brain is controlling our hands, and the brain says that okay, you can't, you have to eat. Similarly, the God within us is controlling us. So if the God within us is telling us that okay, you think good, then we will be thinking good, because there is somebody within ourselves which has created a value system within us which says that you do good or you do bad. Like and again, I don't understand everything, but if the God within us is doing good, then because the God within us is controlling our beliefs, so then we will be doing good. But then I don't have an answer that okay, why is the God within us telling us to do bad? That answer I don't have. Like I'm just
Anyway, God doesn't actually. You have a free will. That comes to the next question. There's free will, but you are partly correct, because I think our question is very basic.
Yeah.
Why you have to serve the God?
Why? But he has done really
Right.
so that
Okay.
But great.
For example,
But I am just kind of debating her question
No.
that I don't think we are serving the God in the sense that because the God is within us. So again, the God is telling us to do certain things. We may be thinking in physical nature that maybe we are worshipping the God, because it is somebody telling us, who we can't see, who is telling us to worship. So you may be worshipping 3 hours, I may be just worshipping 5 minutes, but because somebody is telling again, but you may be knowing more.
Okay,
about
so
it.
for example,
all this serving and all, Prabhuji, this comes only if there is a love, right? I mean, we have some loving relationships in this material world, right?
We'd like to
no, I think Mataji's question is very valid.
Sir.
Why you have to serve? Why you have to
Why
serve?
have to serve?
Alright.
I mean,
For example, I'll tell you, when you are in the house, so you have electricity coming, so you pay the bills for electricity, right? If you don't pay the bill, what happens? The electricity, right? In the same way, when you getting food, so you pay for food, but even the growing of the grains and the paddy, so where are they coming from?
where the food is coming
Yeah, even
from.
water is coming from the rains. How the rains are coming?
That's all in the nature, right?
That's
Everything-
what exactly the
everything
nature.
is
So
in
if you go to the basic nature, how that nature was there, who produced that nature, where is coming from?
I really don't have an answer for
Exactly.
this
That is what.
That's
That is
created
what. That is what unknown thing. That is what God is. That's
Yeah.
what exactly. No,
That's
you're
the
coming.
only
You're coming.
answer we have, like God has created
Yes,
everything.
yes, exactly.
That's what
That
we
is true.
believe in,
That
because
is
we
true.
don't have
That
an
is
answer
true.
for this.
No, but
That
that
is true.
answer is in Gita, that so many times Lord has
He
said that
explains very
I am the
clearly,
Supreme
yeah.
Parmeshwar, and everything, all the creation, material creation, universes are
He
created
says
by
in the
me.
10th
Every
chapter,
time,
10th chapter, 8th shloka, he says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam buddha bhava samnitaha. He says that everything in this world, either material, spiritual, everything coming from me. And when he says that, one means everything is coming from God. So what we do is we follow scriptures for Krishna's Bhagavad Gita. He says that Aham sarvasya prabhavo, everything is coming from me, either material, spiritual. I am the owner of this one. When he said that means okay, everything coming from the God. So then your question is why you have to serve him, everything from the God. Because you're also, see, finally everything comes from the God, you're also coming from the God, you have to serve him.
See, but everything is based on your karma, right? Whatever karma you do, right? Based on that, you get whatever it is, good or bad. Everything is based on karma,
Yes.
right? So in that theory, God is not doing anything for you. God is not doing anything because it's all your karma. Whatever you are doing it, you are getting it.
Right.
So why have to serve God then?
Okay,
Because God is not doing anything for us.
When you get out of this karma bandhana, right? You want to, you choose to serve or no serve, no big deal.
Right.
Your wish, okay? When you serve, what happens is this cycle of birth and death has been broken, can be broken.
But God cannot break the cycle,
Ah,
right?
okay,
We
that's
can
what-
break
okay,
the cycle
okay,
by
yes.
our karmas.
No, why you can karma? See, Bhagavad Gita talks about 5 topics. One is Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. These 5 factors Bhagavad Gita talks. Okay, out of these 5, karma can be controlled. That is whole Bhagavad Gita is. Whole Krishna consciousness is how to change your karma. Because a lot of people say you cannot change your karma. You can change your karma by serving the Supreme Lord. That's the beauty. You can change your karma by serving the Supreme Lord. How you can change? Okay, he says that yajnatar karma navita lokoyam karma bandhanaha. When you do activities which are favorable for Krishna, connected activities, then you can change. You are not acquiring any karmic reactions. See, the whole thing is karma philosophy, right? When karma philosophy is, for example, you have 20 good things, 50 bad things. When you take next lifetime, again you have to pay 20 good things price, 50 bad things price. But when you are situated on serving the Supreme Lord, there is no karma comes into picture at all. Karma will be nullified when you serve the Supreme Lord. That's the beauty of Krishna. That's the beauty of devotional service. All karmic reactions can be nullified by serving the Supreme Lord. So you are not accumulating any more karmas. When you don't accumulate any more karmas, what happens is at the end of life, if all the karmas are nullified, zero, this body doesn't even exist. You serve the Supreme Lord on the transcendental platform 24 by 7.
So basically, when you are trying to serve Lord Krishna, you are nullifying all your karmas.
Yes,
there.
exactly.
Just like you said,
Karma
Arjuna, when he killed his kith and kin,
Kin.
he did not acquire any sin.
Exactly, because he
dedicated him to
Krishna he is acting on behalf of Krishna. He did not acquire any karmic reactions, and he nullified karmas.
And also serving, not necessarily like doing puja and all. Like
No.
It's more of knowing him.
Serving is basically, see, it's not that you close your doors, you leave your wife and kids, let them go to hell, let me put all the clothes tight and serve Krishna. That's not what we are
I
talking.
think, Prabhu, everybody has a dormant love for Krishna. Why you have to serve it to open up to increase your love?
Love for it. See,
Find your love for
by nature, because we are all spirit souls, we have love in our, as Mataji said, it's a dormant, it's not coming out. Once, it's not awakened. So when you are acting on these activities, then slowly your love for Krishna awakens. Okay, when you start acting on that one, all karmic, for example, people situate the Krishna consciousness, right? Or serving Supreme, they don't acquire any more karmic reactions. And also, the power of bhakti is, Rupa Goswami explains in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Aprarabdam phalam papam bijam putam phalonmukam karmaneya phalayate Vishnu bhakti pratatpatam. He says that, see, karmic reactions are 2 types, prarabdha karma, aprarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means the karma, for example, I have a certain type of body. Okay, I cannot change my height, right? Whatever God is given. Maybe you can put some boost, this chemical boost, you can increase the height, that's a different story, right? And I have certain color, certain things, I cannot change those things. So there comes, that's called prarabdha karma, means that is given to you. Certain kind of a wife, husband, kids, all those things. Can you choose your parents? To whom you want to take birth with? I want to be only son for Bill Gates. Can you choose those things?
Yeah.
We cannot choose. Nobody can choose. Right?
Based on your karma, you get your parents.
Right. But can you choose what you want?
Yeah.
You want I want to be as the daughter of Bill Gates.
Yeah.
I'm just giving it.
Yeah,
We cannot choose
cannot
things. So those are karmic, whatever based upon your previous, you get these karmic reactions. Those are prarabdha karmas. And there are, means that is given, okay. Then aprarabdha karma, which is not manifested yet. For example, I'll give example of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was the father of Duryodhana, Pandavas, 100, right? So, Kauravas, sorry. And he had all 100 sons were died in the war, right? why it was because 50 lifetimes before Dhritarashtra killed a bird father in front of 100 birds. He went for hunting. He killed 100 birds in front of father. So that karmic reaction, it didn't happen immediately. After 50 lifetimes it came. So we think, when we do certain bad things, so the question comes, why bad things happen to good people? Why good things happen to bad people? We have seen, Mara next door, she's a horrible person, but he's still rich millionaire. And this person is so nice, he doesn't have money. Why? Because all these are boils down to karmic reactions. You don't know what you're in the previous lifetime. Some of them you already bank balance deposit ho gaya, some you already vested. Some are not vested shares. Aprarabdha, that may come this lifetime or it may come even. So when you do certain bad things, don't expect the reaction come immediately. It may come this lifetime, it may come even next lifetime. Example is, you take a sprouts, different sprouts. Different sprouts fructify different times. Methi, it comes within a week. If you put a mango, it takes 2 years. If you take other seed, it takes 5 years. So what we are doing is all the seeds, our karmas, but they may fructify in different ages. One may come in this lifetime, other may come in the next lifetime. But as for Rupa Goswami, he is the Acharya, senior Acharya of Vaishnava Sampradaya. He says that aprarabdam phalam papam bijam kutam phalonmukam means manifested, unmanifested, everything will be removed from the roots when you serve the Supreme Lord.
You develop loving deeds.
But why is that your bad deeds of one life are not resulting in bad things for you in the same life? Because we are not just alone, we are part of a complete ecosystem. So if we are doing good things, like my good things are resulting in some good things for others, which may be my family or my friends. Like it's a complete ecosystem. So I'm just asking this question.
Here is individually talking. When you do something, you may be doing something that may be benefiting the different people. That's fine. But you are acting on that karma, right? That reaction you will have it. Even if the 10 people are benefited, you have that effect will be on you. Maybe this lifetime or next lifetime. You don't expect results immediately. It doesn't matter because see, you might have done, for example, Mahatma Gandhi did great things. A lot of people get benefited. So that is Mahatma Gandhi's karma, that goes into his karma book. For example, Obama is there, right? He does a lot of, for example, bad things, right? And all the bad things goes to him because he is doing that. It's personal, basically. Karma Siddhanta is only personal, not with the collectively.
Yeah, but again, my question is that since souls can't talk to each other, we are just represented by this physical body. I know that Mahatma Gandhi did so many good deeds in his life, but ideally, is he should get the benefits of those in this life only.
No, not necessary. Not necessary. Maybe next lifetime too. It's time. It's time. That's what I said. Fructifying. It's not necessarily.
Back to you, whatever time
you are sowing the tree.
After that, they come back. It's good or bad, whatever.
Exactly. It comes back.
No, I agree with that. Whatever you are saying, because that's what I have heard. But why is that?
That's how this whole karma theory works. That's why I
It's like
understand.
the Dhritarashtra story
There's no
you said.
explanation.
Right, if he had to fill that train, he don't have like 100 kids back then. Right? So he had to wait for 50 janmas
You have to wait
to
a
fill
suitable
that train.
situation.
Right?
Yeah. That we cannot determine when you are going to get the karmic reactions. I gave seeds examples. Seeds can fructify every time. Same, when you are doing karma means you are sowing a seed. That seed can grow a tree. We don't know what time it's going to happen. We don't have control on that. Only we have responsible doing karmas, but the karmic reactions will come according to their own time and space.
Can we kill that seed or no?
Yeah?
Once we have seed,
Mhm.
can we kill
Yes,
them?
the seed can be killed by only devotional service to Lord. Exactly clear. I can show the exact sentence also in the book. He says that by doing devotional service to the Supreme Lord, you can kill all your karmas. You can take, see, apraphalam papam bijam kutam. Bijam means seed. From seed you can remove by serving the Supreme Lord. Everything, your slate becomes very clean. Whatever you might have done 10 lifetimes before, 15 lifetimes before, everything becomes very clean by just serving the Supreme Lord, just doing the devotional service to the Lord. That's the beauty of devotional service. It looks mind-boggling in the beginning, but as you understand this more and read the books related and listen to the classes, the senior people also, then you understand how strong this devotion service to the Supreme Lord. You ask question, why you have to serve Him? This is the benefit. And finally when your all karmas becomes nullified, zero. See, why we have this body? Because of karma. If all my karmas are nullified to zero, this body doesn't exist. I will be with the Supreme Lord. Everything you do in this world, binding you back with karma. Even you are breathing out, breathing in, you are killing so many microsms. That is also karmic reaction. But when you are situated on the Supreme Lord Transcendental platform, all these things become nullified to zero. You are not accumulating any more karmas. That's the karma siddhanta. That's what Bhagavad Gita teaches. For example, how to nullify karmas? It's not that easy. I'll do this one and all becomes zero. No, it's a process given to you. There's a process. It's not that blindly, it's not that easy to nullify karmas and go back to God. There's a process. That process, Krishna consciousness, following the certain rules and regulations and doing certain things. Because see, for anything, you want to become a doctor, you cannot just become overnight by assuming, right? You have to study. Everything is a study. This is also, there's a basic study, first class, second class, third class. You go gradually, you understand what it is. Then you understand more philosophy. See, we cannot cover everything in one class. I can give solution. Okay, this is your karma formula, 1 plus 2, this is equal, okay, 0, you go ahead. No, it's not. The whole process is given to this point. Whole process. That process has to be followed. That's what we are following. That's what Acharyas followed. They gave whole philosophy. You see, a lot of people come out, did you see God? Did you see this one? They just ask very simple questions. I said, what kind of questions you're asking? For example, you want to become a doctor, you want to become an actor, how much struggle you have to face it? Do you think God is so easy to see such easily? If you want to see Obama, how many permissions you have to take? But Supreme Lord, He owns entire creation. For Him, if you want to see, do you have a qualification to see first? You have to question ourselves first of all. Do you have a qualification to see God? God is not so cheap. He's just sitting there, He has no business to do. He has to create whole thing. He is the owner of everything. He knows everyone. Because He is expand in the form of a super soul. Everybody, as Prabhu said, He is a Paramatma in your heart. Next to your heart, He is there, Paramatma. He is watching everything, When you close the rooms and darkness, nobody is there, I can do anything in this room. Mind you, super soul in the heart is watching you, what you are doing. That is where karma siddhanta comes. That accumulates karma. For example, we go to dark room, we call clean room in India. We have a clean room. Go dark room, nobody is there. I close all my doors tight, everything is there. Now I can say any bad words to anyone, or I can do. But super soul sitting in your heart is watching you, what you are doing. That binds you the karmic reactions. They are seeing. God is there. It's called in Brahma Samhita, Andantarastu Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Andantarastu Paramanu Chayantarastam means every atom Bhagavan is there. Each and every atom Bhagavan is there. He is watching everyone. Because our senses are very blunt, we cannot see them. Do you think I have perfect senses for us? No perfect senses. We cannot even see what is the other side of this wall. And we commit mistakes all the time. We have cheating propensity. The time comes we want to cheat. These are 4 problems in Kali Yuga. Imperfect senses, cheating propensity. Because of these, our blunt senses, we cannot feel the presence of the God. God is everywhere. Can you feel it? For example, I give you salt water. You can take the salt of water. But how can you separate water? When only you see the salt. Same, every aspect God is there, but we cannot able to separate Him. That's the problem. And because our blunt senses, we cannot see God, we declare there is no God. We cannot move an inch without God's permission. That's only you realize when you really see God's in everything, okay? Because it's not easy, he's just talking whatever, but you feel that when you're sensitive to God's feelings. When you're blend, when your senses are, my senses are blend, I have to sharpen my senses. When you sharpen your senses, now you can, this is God, you can feel the God, presence of the God. How you sharpen your senses?
I think with knowledge only.
Knowledge is one aspect, but mere knowledge is dry speculation. Knowledge with bhakti, with practice should be there.
Yeah, knowledge should be
With practice, say for example, you theory doctor, you become theory, you read books. But you need practice. You have to cut the human body, see the heart. Then only you should be able to operate. Same way, bhakti, not as just dry speculation. You have to read and practice. When you practice, you feel the experience of the God. But problem is nobody has time in this world. Morning to evening, computers, windows, Facebook. They have these problems. Nobody has time to even think about the God. Do you have? Tell me honestly, how many think about the God every day? We don't even think about the God unless we have some business to do with Him. Some problem comes in, then Gita love, Gita love, Gita love. कोई मर गए तो Gita किधर Gita किधर Gita किधर है? किधर गली में Gita है बोलते somebody dead there. This is what we took Gita as a. It's unfortunate situation. Oh, Gita would have कोई मर गया उधर. We think Gita is a solution for only death. When you are all happy, do you think about Gita? Let's enjoy. Have a beer and let us enjoy. Gita बाद में है, इसको पागल है क्या? We enjoying. We don't waste our time. Go away. That's a problem. We take God only order supplier. Nobody wants to experiment first of all. Even people come with experience. पागल है, काम धंधा नहीं है, ऐसे करते छोड़ दे उसको. Let's go. We'll say that. God is there in every aspect. Only things are blunt senses. Sharpen your senses with knowledge and practice. If the process is given, how to feel Him, experience Him. If you follow the process, you can see Him. You should be qualified to see the God. Any questions? Where is Anuj? Anuj is supposed to come for Kirtan. Great? Okay, 2-3 minutes we have more. Any more questions? These questions really lead to very, very understanding, very nice. Prabhuji, any question? So, you are responsible for your karmas. Maybe your karma can be benefiting 100 people. That is good karma. It's benefiting. And to reap those benefits, maybe this lifetime, you may have the next lifetime to reap the benefits. That's a problem with karma, right? Because you take birth again. So, when you are situated in the Supreme Translate platform, you do good, then you don't have to reap the benefits. Just give it to God. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. मेरे को अर्पित करो. कर्म करो to come out of karma. कर्म करो भगवान के लिए, so you have come out of karma. That's a easy principle. Is that something is convinced, or I think it takes time. That's all right. But at least you are asking good questions so that think about on those lines. And Bhagavad Gita, given everything 5,000 years back Krishna spoke, even valid today also 100% without fail. That's the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. It has solution for all the problems.
You can just start reading from the first chapter.
Yeah,
and then
reading and hearing from the realized people, that helps you. For example, you want to become a doctor, you cannot buy a book from the shop and okay, now I am become a doctor. You cannot say that, right? Yeah. You go to the college, principal teaches or the person teaches, you pass, you write exam, then you earn a certificate saying I learned this one. Same, you can read yourself, nothing wrong in that one, but you have to hear discourses. We all discuss together. See, the beauty of these books these are like a transcendental literature. It's not ordinary literature. Example, when you read biology, physics, chemistry, no value. But when you read, Krishna manifests Himself. Krishna gives knowledge to understand His leelas. Because when you say Krishna name has name, form, qualities, pastime. Nama, Guna, Rupa, Leela. So when you read translation every day before going to bed, read one shloka, one translation, one purport, just sleep, you see how your life changes within 6 months. Because Krishna is a transcendental, He expands, He becomes, because He's already in your heart. When you read about Him, you realize so much knowledge. Just as a family, spend 15 minutes, read one shloka, one purport, one translation, Srila Prabhupada, you see how your life changes. It is not belong to any caste or any. So Americans are reading Bhagavad Gita. No, my guru is American. It's not we are putting any caste into here. We are all feeling about the love of God. It doesn't matter any God it is. That's what Bhagavad Gita teaches. And Look at that. I told you. What is that? Srinivita Krishna Punya Savana Kirtanam Pradiyanta Stoyi Abhadrani. See, why we are not able to realize we are not these bodies, we are the soul? Because we don't have the realization. That's a problem. Realization is not there. When the realization comes, when you chant His names, holy names of God, your tongue, your heart gets cleaned, because this heart has all the dirtiest metal collected from life after life. All dirt is there. With that dirt, you cannot feel the God. We have to clean that dirt. Cheto darpana marjana. You have to clean that heart. How you clean that one? By Harinam chanting. When you chant, that heart is clean. When the heart is clean, you can see in the mirror God is clean. Purification process.
It's part of meditation too.
Yeah, meditation. Meditation on this one.
Yeah.
Exactly. But there are some meditational processes which only to achieve certain things, physical things. I want this one, that one. But here we are meditating upon Supreme Lord to liberate from this material world.
Yeah, your goal is different. Like
Yes, different, exactly. Goal is different, right? Because now I have seen what is better than America now. We all came to America. This is the best one in the world. Now where we want to go next? Now people going back to India. Right? We came from there, I have enough America, I go back to India. But what we are planning is, we want to go look to spiritual planet, highest Goloka Vrindavan. That is what we want to apply for visas now. H1 visas.
That also, at least I don't have an answer. That we say that okay, there is no physical connection, but when we come into this world, the way it has been organized, that there are some superpowers like America, or there are some Western nations, and there are some developing nations. So we all see the physical layout of the land. These are developing nations. There is poverty, there are problems, there are more diseases. Whereas these are Western worlds where less poverty, more people rich. So I don't have an answer like why it was like, if there is no connection, like if once I die, I may be getting birth in another soul, but if I have done good deeds, then am I always getting born in a better society because
that is given.
That's why you get
given.
birth in a good
Exactly, good aristocratic family. For example,
family or good place,
okay,
because you have done something good in the past.
Good
no, but then
aristocratic.
are all good people coming to the developing the
Okay,
country?
what do you mean?
Because they have done something good.
Okay, what do you mean? See, for you, definition of you, good means having money, having better life is good for you. And some other people have a different definition for good. For me, I want with my family, even if I don't eat 2 times, that's fine with me, I'm happy.
Yeah,
that is the definition for
everybody's definition
yes,
may
exactly,
be different.
exactly.
So I may be happy if I just do good for my family, I
yes,
don't have money.
Exactly.
But generally, time is short, but the question is that, okay, why is the world divided into groups of people, that some are really...
Because of the karmas. That's what I understand. Because of the karmas, we have a different kind of people. Because everyone has done different things.
But all people here in developing nations are, it's not that means that they have been doing good karmas only. Like why this area became so advanced, whereas in our country there is so much population, why we still have so much poverty?
How do you define definition of advanced?
Like less diseases, they have better facility to give proper care to people, give food to people, whereas there is still hunger, like those basic problems. When I say advanced, it's not about having a luxurious life. Basic life, basic food and house and those things, we are still struggling.
Yes.
We want to say that okay, we'll reduce it, like as we come into this physical world, we say okay, we'll reduce by 2020. By
right,
2050.
exactly. Okay. As she brought up, everything based upon the karmic reactions. Everything is based on karma. For example, you take 2 mothers, 2 mothers pregnant, one mother is in America, he has born, he get all the gifts when he was taken birth. In Ethiopia, somebody gives a birth, nobody even cares for them. And what that child has done and what this child has done, great thing. Nothing. As a child they are born, but their karmic previous life reactions bring into that type of situation.
That's why he went to that Ethiopia.
Exactly.
It's bad karma.
Exactly.
Good karma can come here.
Exactly. Karmic reaction.
Otherwise, if there is no explanation for these things, until unless you start believing karma theories.
No, that is the only solution. Only karma theory is a solution. That Krishna and Bhagavad Gita.
There is no way to explain these things.
That's a way of explaining. I don't want to know whether that's what you explained is correct. Karmic Siddhanta.
Yeah,
karmic reaction.
Otherwise you cannot explain these things.
Karmic reaction. No, nothing more
Because
than
we don't
this
see
one.
we do all the time good things,
Yeah.
but we get bad things too.
Yes.
And there's no explanation
And
why
see,
we are getting bad things.
Exactly. Do you plan
in
for
this life.
do you plan for failures? We always plan for success, but failure comes in.
Right, yeah. So that's the only explanation.
And I mean, these are very good questions. Only thing is, as we read more scriptures, okay, these are the scriptures are there to answer these questions, right? Because this was spoken by Lord Bhagavan himself 5,000 years back. So these are words came from the Supreme Lord himself. So they reveal the truth. If you read Karma Siddhanta, 3rd chapter, what is that term? Food without offering me is eating sin. That is Yagnashishtashinos santam muchante sarav hilbishai bonjate tagam papam ye prachanti atmakaranat. He says that, very clearly says in that sloka, the food which, kids please, we're done. The food you eat without offering me is you are eating sin. I can show that sloka right now, we can read that. What is the 3 point? No, it's the 3rd chapter, 3.8 I guess, 13. He says that without offering me, you are taking food that you are really eating sin, he says that, without offering to me. So, even that's why devotees, when you cook prasadam, first you offer to Krishna, and when you offer to Krishna, that becomes sinless food. You take those remnants, mix with the main food and eat it. That becomes karmic-less food. Because everything in this, even the food you eat, binds you back in the karmas. When you offer to God, with tulsi leaves and those things, when you take, that becomes karmic-less food. So everything what we do, devotional service, is a scientific reason. I think this is a 3 point, what is that? Yagnashishtas innocenta muchante sarva kilbishai. 3.8 or 14? 3.14? Huh? 3.13. 3.13. 3rd chapter, 13 sloka. Jesus? You can search on the phone. Yagnashishtas innocenta. Can you read out? Please, all of you.
I cannot read.
No. Just that translation. 2 lines. Kids, please.
The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin.
Look at that. Those are my words. Those are Krishna's words. So any food so in principle, everything we eat, we offer first to Supreme Lord, take remnants from Him. Then they become sinless. So every action in this world is binding you back with karmas. That's the problem. Everything boils down to karmas. But there is a solution given in Bhagavad Gita. You can change your karma by devotional service. When you change your karma means you are going towards God. That's it. It's very simple. Change your karma. What are the rules to change karma? Offer food to Krishna. Chant His name. Whatever these things. So keeping that you are nullifying your karma slowly. That's a devotional service. 3rd chapter very clearly explains. If you read purports which Prabhupada gave, it details what should be done. But the thing is, nobody has time to follow these things. That's an unfortunate situation. We have given, especially we are Indian background, we are so lucky. We have Bhagavad Gita, these scriptures, we have given everything, but unfortunately nobody has time to follow these things. As I said, only Bhagavad Gita comes only the time of death. People think somebody dies, Bhagavad Gita comes into picture.
And this book must be studied under the guidance of a guru.
Because right. So you asked, right? I can read Bhagavad Gita. You can read Bhagavad Gita. Nobody is stopping because that's a good to come with the contact, the spiritual nature, the spirit. But the explanation has to be heard from the people who read, understood, experienced. So it's basically the same thing like going to professor. Otherwise, so nobody is stopping. Read. Yeah.
To understand better, you need to talk to someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More understanding, more clarity. That's all. So if you don't have Bhagavad Gita, please take one home. It's only $10. That goes to temple. It doesn't come to me. $10 Bhagavad Gita book printing cost. If you don't have, take that. I'll give the $10 in the temple and get other book.
No, I have some books, I have some brand new books. I'm not selling just take it, if
really?
Somebody, yeah,
so hard.
If somebody doesn't have
it's very good to even donate books, Bhagavad Gita books. So $10, no big deal. Okay, so Ravija, you have any questions? I forgot your name. Sanjay. Oh, Sanjay Prabhu.
No, I got all the answers.
Are you convinced? Okay, so Anuj.
Prabhu is here.
So we'll do some kirtan. Okay, one condition, please. All the kids, please. Kids, you are making too much noise. When kirtan is going on, just meditate your inner self. Just hear the glories of the Lord. Just repeat that mantra. Okay, that is the way we practice. We clean our heart.
We need to know the meaning of that.
Yes, we'll explain. Anuj, come here. Yeah, come here and sit. That would be nice. So you don't have anything here? You don't have anything? This unprepared class, you get questions and challenges. Anuj, can you explain the meaning of this mantra to everyone? A lot of new people. Then start. Okay, I want first of all pin drop silence, please. And kirtan is going on. I don't want anybody to be. Just close your eyes. Focus on your inner self. Okay, all the books, everything put it here. And Anuj is going to explain the meaning of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, what it is. Then we can start focusing on the mantra.
Hare Krishna. So, how many of you are here for the first time? Raise hand. Okay. I heard there's quite a few, people who are here who are here for the first time. I'm really glad to be here. Actually, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu and Kriti, and my younger brother. But they live right across. I live in this same development. Our family, and we've known them since 2004, right? Since they used to live in Durham Woods, and we have a temple here. But I'm so grateful. I try to come whenever I can to this group, and this group is so nice. So I encourage everyone to come as much as they can. Now this chanting, we just had some discourse, and I see a lot of your questions were answered. Everyone wants to be happy. Is that true? False. Right? Everyone wants to be happy, and that's why we do everything that we do in this world. Of relationships, why people want money, gives happiness, or can give some sort of happiness. Maybe some material possessions, some spiritual possessions. We're looking to be happy. And actually, a lot of times this happiness becomes perverted because we're searching for it, but we're not getting it. So it becomes unfulfilled. And what the Shastra and the Acharyas say, the great saints say, that is that actually it's better to water the root instead of the leaves. So a lot of this happiness we're trying to find is actually just watering the leaves. So it's some of it's coming, but it's not really sticking. And so we kind of go from leaf to leaf and just trying to get something. And they say the saints say that the root is actually God, like Krishna. another name for God. And so our relationship with him, actually, not just him, but our relationship. And that relationship, when we can uncover it, it's been covered up from us for so many lifetimes. We just talked about karma. But you have this great opportunity. This is why I encourage you, because you're having an opportunity, we're all having, myself included, to reconnect, kind of dust off our relationship with God, with our Creator, right? So that relationship is full of so much sweetness and love, actually, and love is the only thing that can really give happiness, right? They say money can't buy love, right? So when we chant, actually, for those of you who are new, we chant a mantra, and man means mind and tra means to free, right? Everyone probably knows that. See, we're all from India, right? All of us. But we chant something very specific. There's so many mantras. You know, you go to a temple, you hear it, right? You go to a temple, you'll hear so many different mantras in different temples. And we chant one mantra known as the Maha Mantra, which means the great mantra, which is, everyone know it? So we'll say it's actually called the Hare Krishna mantra. So let's all say it together, and then I'll explain a little bit of its meaning. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So this mantra is very simple for those of you who are new, and it's really meant, and I'll kind of explain what it's for more, but it's really just 3 words, repeated over again. So Hare, Krishna, and Rama. So 3 words. It's very, very simple, and you'll really get the hang of it. Hare refers to, so we have Krishna and we have Radharani, and well, here is Gaurnitai, but right there's 2 aspects of the divine.
There's a calendar on that wall.
There's a calendar there. Yes, right, or right behind there. So you'll see Radharani. So Hare refers to the feminine aspect of Krishna, which is Radharani. And they say that Hare really is the mood that we should chant in. It describes the mood. So like one thing, you know, when we're doing this, it's not just any old thing, because we have to treat it like it's something very special, and then it will become special. Just like if you have a child, you know, and if you treat your relationship with your child like it's just some other kid, it's not your child, then it won't become special for you. But if you feel like this is my child, you know, I need to take care of this person, give so much love and care. That's how it is. So they actually say Hare is the feminine aspect of the divine, and Hare really describes, they say, the acharyas and the saints say that like a baby crying out to its mother. And it describes how we can actually chant properly. And it sounds a little bit, for maybe who are new, sounds like, that sounds kind of like a little too much. But that's actually our condition. We can't control anything in this world. So we really are helpless. So Hare is that, like a baby crying out to its mother. If this baby was all of a sudden wanted to eat, it can't really do much on its own, right? Maybe crawl around, but it'll just cry out, and then the mother will come running, right? So that's how we should chant, actually, from our heart. Then Krishna refers to Krishna, and it means, does anyone know what Krishna means? All attractive. So Krishna really means our focus. Something that's very attractive gets our focus. Like if you're very hungry and someone brings, they bring some idli sambar. Madhuri makes some amazing idli, right? So and then if you're really hungry, you'll become it's so attractive to you. But think about Krishna as the most attractive person. Not just idli sambar attractive, but the most. So our heart is really hungry, not just our belly, but our heart, our soul, for that relationship. So Krishna, and then Rama is the last word. And everyone, right? Rama is such a popular, and it means the source of all strength and happiness. So that's really the effect of chanting. Right. So Hare is how the mood that we should chant in. Krishna is kind of like the focus that we need, and Rama is kind of the effect where you can tap into a really great experience of really when you're experiencing that relationship, you can experience a relationship of happiness. So, is that adequate? Yeah?
Good, thank you.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
This is just my own realization and hearing from different people who have realized this and who have practiced this. So I want to ask everyone, we can chant together. The way we call this kirtan. So it's not like a performance. I'm not a performer, and you're not the what do you call it? Audience. We're all actually it's like we're all on a boat. Like we went rafting this summer, right? And we're all on the boat, and we all have to do work to make sure we go on the current. The current's going this way. We have to go that way. So we have to all. It's a congregational experience. They call it congregational chanting. So I need all of you guys. So it's not like let's all watch Anuj and Kuri play mridanga. You know, I mean that's nice. I mean he plays really good, but we want everyone to be chanting. So you can close your eyes, whatever you have to do. And actually, we can kind of all get. I think it's good if we're all kind of like backs are up. We're kind of like comfortable. Not ready to fall asleep, right? we don't want to do that. It's done in a call and response fashion. So I'll chant. I'll start off the chant, and then after that, you while I'm chanting, you all hear me, and then you'll chant after I say one mantra. So you'll kind of get the hang of it really quickly, actually. But that's how it's done. So I'll say the Maha Mantra once, and then you all will chant, and then I'll say it again, and then you all will chant. And so it'll kind of be like a call and response. And I'll chant with you as well, a little bit as well. Does that make sense? Any questions? Request everyone to get in the right space, frame of mind. You can all sit upright. Close your eyes. Request you all. And take a deep breath in. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta. So, for those of you who are new, we're just invoking some of the blessings of some of the ancient teachers and of the acharyas of the past before we start, because we need their blessings in our life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna self-conscious when singing, but let yourself, like Govardhan Bhakta DasBagavadgita mentioned, seek within. Instead of thinking outside and thinking of how you may sound. I'm not so comfortable singing myself so professionally, but we sing with devotion. That's the key thing we should do. So I please request everyone to sing with your heart more than with your throat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Together one time. All together. Hare a little bit
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare
together for the evening. Save the best for last. So let's try to give this mantra, actually sing from the heart, with as much love we can for all of us, for Krishna. Give that love outside in our chanting. And if you can, as loud as you can. That gives a lot of nice energy to everyone. Ready? All of you Mahaprasade Govinde Mahaprasade Govinde Mahaprasade Govinde
So I would like to take some time to thank you Ajay Prabhu and Anubha Mataji and Dhruv for hosting wonderful program. I hope you did some work, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for opening your doors, and we are really
Thank you, Prabhuji.
and also Anuj Prabhu for coming and wonderful kirtan. And wherever we call them, they just come running and do kirtan. There's a wonderful Vaishnava qualities they have. There were enough.
Actually, for those of you who are new, this is something that we love to do. All like we come everywhere and like to do kirtan. That's really like our life. And I just wanted to say that it's so important. Actually, it's so important to connect. And for those of you who like, it's our tradition, so we kind of forget sometimes. But like, I went to Rutgers University and I got my degree there in finance. And while I was at Rutgers, I really wanted to, me and my brother and a couple of friends, we really wanted to like bring this experience to Western